Alright, everyone, you twisted my arm. The internet asked, the internet shall receive. This is my full review for Cobra Kai Season 3. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com. Before we get into this whole spiel of events, because I know a lot of you are excited to know what's going to happen in Season 3, or, speculations and theories and things of that nature, but I want to give you guys a chance, because I know a lot of you do not know who I am, and a lot of you have been raising questions like, how in the hell did this guy get access to Season 3 before everyone else or anyone else? First of all, I run a company called wearecritics.com. We've been around for 4 years. We have had the honor of interviewing many celebrities, covering many movies, major films, television series throughout the Comic-Con circuit and other events like that. So it's been 4 years since we've been in the industry. We've earned the right to preview things and talk about things with you and share our knowledge with you. So that's a little bit about my background. Secondly, I wanted to say that the first video that I did, a lot of you were really upset because I didn't spoil anything, I didn't give you anything. That was merely my reaction. So there's a difference between my reaction and my actual review. The reaction was just me, after watching it, and I held that for probably about a week after I actually watched it, because I just didn't know if it was right to put it out. I didn't want to tease anyone, but there are certain restrictions that we have when reviewing these things, and we're not allowed to talk about them. So when I did release that, it was before they even announced the new date. The original date was January 8th. Everyone knew that. Then they pulled back on it around the time that they were putting out, press releases and things of that nature. So there was no actual date. So by the time I put it out, I say in the video, by the time you see this, there should be a date announced. So that's a little bit about that and why, I was a little reserved. I didn't want to spoil anything. I'm a firm believer in not spoiling anything for anyone. So now, without further ado, I'm going to give you my full, absolute review without spoiling much. But, disclaimer, if you feel like this is going to ruin your experience of watching Cobra Kai Season 3, please stop. Do not listen. Come back, reconvene with me, and we can discuss through comments, because I like to reply here and there. Every once in a while I reply to you guys, and I share a little bit of my thoughts and things of that nature. So here we go. My overall thoughts of Cobra Kai Season 3. There are a lot of changes. Well, a couple of changes. Nothing too crazy, but there are character changes. Like, we know that Aisha, she's not back. That was Sam's best friend, the black girl with the little fro, who was actually pretty badass at fighting. She's not in this season. But that does not mean that she's gone forever, because I've seen an article with Hurwitz, one of the creators of the series, who said to her personally, just because a character does not show up in a certain season, it does not mean that they will not come back. And that's kind of brilliant, if you ask me. Like, for one, it probably saves budget money, because they don't have to pay so many characters to keep reoccurring, but they can, play with them as pieces and put them where they belong and where they need to be. So we'll probably see Aisha. I believe that we'll probably see her again sometime in the future, and she'll probably have a crazy arc, because they wouldn't do something like that with someone who doesn't have a crazy arc. Which brings me to my next change, them bringing back Yasmin, who wasn't around in the last season, and then she comes back, and she kind of has a pivotal role. Like, she's planted in the right places at the right time. Nothing too crazy, but she's in play. You know what I mean? So she plays with the major characters, and helps a certain other person with their story arc. So they utilize her very, very well. So that just solidifies what he says. Just because you're not in the season this time doesn't mean you're not going to come back around on the next one. This season, Season 3, picks up right where we left off in Season 2, where we see Miguel get tragically kicked over the banister and severely damaging his back, hitting the railing. He's been placed in a coma, and you feel all the feels. Like, from jump, you're like, wow, this. A lot of people thought Season 2 was a little ridiculous the way it ended, but I thought that it really ended up, the level of this series, and kind of broadened and opened it up to where it could go. And this season plays with that a lot. Like, it's literally the setup for the Cobra Kai universe. I will say that this season is going to reshape, like season 1, season 2, both of those play as setups. We get a very, very short intro, then we get like the wow factor right in season 2, and now we're dealing with the repercussions. And even 3 is pretty much still playing off of the repercussions, well, the actions in season 2. So there's no real resolution, I should say. I feel like I'm giving away too much, but let's get into the characters. Johnny, he is feeling like a failed sensei. He is in a full deep depression in this season. And Daniel is also dealing with these repercussions of everything that happened at the end of season 2. They're both dealing with this. And Johnny is in a deep depression and doesn't feel worthy of all the things that he's done for these kids, and including Miguel. And LaRusso, Daniel, is dealing with losing balance within his life, his business, his family. It's just all feeling like it's crumbling. Season 2 plays very, very hard repercussions for all the main key characters in this season. So you're going to see that. These guys, and the only common interest between these two is the safety and finding Robbie. Robbie is fled the scene, and he's dealing with his own demons, his own things, and these two, Johnny and Daniel, still at it, but their only common goal right now, and everyone's goal, is to make sure that Robbie is okay. So that plays out a major part in the series as well. Let's talk about the best character arcs that I think. 3 characters have probably the best character arcs, and I'm gonna say, for me, this could be different for you, but for me, I want to say that Tori, Hawk, and Kreese probably have the best story arcs in this entire season. And what I mean by that is some things that I can't talk about, and I'm not going to talk about because I'm not going to spoil this for you. But if there was anyone that you should pay attention to, no spoilers, pay attention to the story arc with Kreese. I think it's very pivotal. I think it's very important in this season. And yeah, this guy, Martin Cove, man, he is brilliant at this character. Like, it's almost like he was just born to be, Kreese. It's like, it's never skipped a beat. I've had the opportunity of interviewing him before in the past to talk about this, and it's very, very in-depth the way he talks about this character and how he, portrays him, like he cares about him, like he knows him. And I'll probably post that for you guys real soon while, all this Cobra Kai craziness is going on. I've actually had the honor of interviewing William Zabka, Johnny as well. Like, I've interviewed both of them at the same time. And, like, Kreese is really the one driving the storyline in this series, in this season. So make sure you guys really, especially, just key in, not giving too many details, but just key in on the things that you see, with Kreese, because it's very, very, it's very nerve-wracking, like how good he is at being so damn bad. If I had an MVP of this season, I'm going to give it to my man Hawk. Like, I've always been a fan of Hawk since season 1. I know he's a heel, I know he's a bad guy, but there's just something about the way he portrays his character. For one, he's like one of the better fighters on the series. He's believable in all his moves and all his emotions and everything that he's feeling. Kind of reminds me of Tommy from Karate Kid. Like, he's that kind of like loose cannon when he's in the wrong mind state. And he's just like no mercy. Like, he's really no mercy. Like, this guy, his character arc, I think you guys are gonna really, really enjoy watching Hawk on screen, because I just think that he's pretty badass as an actor and as a character. Tuning in with this character is just brilliant the way he does that. Tons of callbacks in this series, and what I mean by that is a lot of Easter eggs from the past, and not even just characters, not even just people, but you're gonna notice props. There's going to be props that you're going to see in this season that are very reminiscent to the original Karate Kid and so forth. It's pretty funny. I'll give this one to you without spoiling too much. So there's a scene where one of the kids is kind of hiding bruises, I should say, and you'll see the glasses that Daniel had on when he was hiding his black eye from his mom. And I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it was one of the key things that I picked up. I was like, I was like, they're really they were the aviators, like they were like the old school, like wasn't like regular glasses. So I know that had to have been a nod, but that's just one of the things. There's a couple of repeats of lines that you may remember certain characters saying or behaving or doing. So there's a lot of this music callbacks. Someone else pointed this out to me. One of my closest colleagues who I allowed to watch with me. The cheers. I didn't catch this, but if you catch this, let me know. The cheers. There'll be a scene where there's cheerleaders in play, and the cheers were the same as the cheers when Allie was one of the cheerleaders back in the original. I didn't pick up on that, but that they picked up on that. So if you guys see that, let me know, because I don't remember seeing that. I'm gonna go back and watch it again for the fourth time because I really enjoyed it. And like I said, excuse me, I want to watch this with you guys in real time again. So Friday, I'll be watching it again just to kind of like feel the vibe and just be in the moment. So yeah, a lot of callbacks, a lot of music, a lot of props and characters. Of course, we've seen in the trailer that we're gonna get Chozan back, we're gonna get Kumiko back, and in this, it's just they have a magical way of making Miyagi's aura or personality or just come back to life. It's like he's there. It's like it never skipped a beat. It's like you think the magic is over. We see, Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. You get the crane kick, you get the drum technique, and it's just you just never know that these guys know this so well. They know Miyagi so well. They know the character that they can bring that magic back in this season and still make you feel as though he's still there on screen with everyone. It's very, 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 very crazy how they do it. And that's, to me, was probably like one of the warmest moments of the season. You're going to enjoy, the Miyagi stuff. I mean, especially if you're a real diehard fan. And this brings me to why this season works. My overall thoughts on the season and why it works. These guys have found the perfect balance of making it feel fresh and brand new and still being able to cater to the original hardcore Karate Kid fans like myself and like a lot of you. They play with that gray area a lot. That's like the formula of a Karate Kid. There are no good guys, there are no bad guys. Like Chris said, there's no good, there's no evil, there's no bad, there's only strong and the weak. And that is clear as day in this season. Like, you are going to be blown away by a lot of the things that go on. I mean, like, alliances are tested, alliances are compromised, alliances are built. Like, it's just you're not gonna really expect things. There are some certain things that will be predictable as far as characters are concerned. Like, if you know movies, if you know storytelling, if you know TV, if you know the way Cobra Kai works, you'll probably be able to pinpoint some things. But it's all part of the ride. Like, we love guessing, we love feeling, we love sitting on the edge of our seats, expecting, hoping, and speculating in the moment. Which is why I know a lot of you are probably getting upset at me because my last video I wouldn't tell you anything. But like I said, I want this experience to be great for everyone. I am a strong believer in not spoiling things for clicks. Like, I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to let you guys know that you're all in for a ride, and you are in for a ride. The one thing that I will only complain about this series, and this is coming from me as an overall film lover, storyteller, that kind of thing. Most of the season, the whole season, plays with a lot of unfinished business between Daniel and Johnny, and that's like the premise of the whole thing. But when you have these great characters, these great kids, these new kids who have great story, great character arcs, I don't want this thing to continue drowning out the future of Cobra Kai with nostalgia all the time. Like, I don't want to keep, who are we gonna bring back this time? Who are we gonna bring back this time? Let's bring back someone else. Let's bring back, like, it could get a little formulaic, and it could get a little mundane. Like, I don't. That's the one thing I fear. Like, it's not a bad thing. I enjoy it. I got my fan service. Any real Karate Kid fan is gonna get their fan service out of the season. But what I really want is, I want us, because these kids are going down a road that is 50-50. Like, it's very dangerous, and I want to see more of that. I want to see that play out, because that's how this thing is gonna expand. We can't keep holding on to the old, and that's kind of a light pun. Take it how you want, but we can't keep holding on to the old, and expecting this thing to stay fresh and feel new. So I really hope that, because we know there's a season 4 coming, and I cannot wait to see what they do next, because I'm locked in. I'm tuned in. This season is really the meat. I feel like the meat of the Cobra Kai universe, and it's gonna go from here. Season 1 and 2. If I had to rank them, if I had to rank 1, 2, and 3 right now, I would say 1 has the weakest ending. Period. Season 1 has the weakest ending. Remember, I said that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I did the best I could. I hope it was enough for you. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't ask me direct questions. I'm not going to answer direct questions about the season, because I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. It's not right for me to be answering questions. I know you're all excited. I'm still excited. I can't wait for the world to get a glimpse of this, because it was definitely fun. Like I said, I went back to it 3 times. I watched it, and I'm going to be going back for a 4th, because, I got to do something until the 4th season comes around, right? So yeah, guys, let me know if you have any speculations. I have one theory, though, that I would like to see, because they're so good at dropping in Miyagi stuff. I think, although it wasn't one of my favorites, I think it would be cool if we got Hilary Swank. Think about that. I think it would be cool, because out of the respect of Miyagi, he's literally the only thing that connects the next Karate Kid with the other ones. And I really would love to see this whole thing come together. That's one of the callbacks that I would really enjoy. Even though the next Karate Kid was not one of my favorites, I think that would be cool to see that in the future. So that's one of my predictions and theories for future. Not that there's any clues. There's no clues of that at all in season 3, but or maybe I missed it. Maybe there was, and I didn't catch it. If you guys see that, let me know. But I didn't catch that. But yeah, I would love to see that. And like I said, guys, like, comment, share. Please share, and also subscribe. And I'd like to thank everyone who stops by this page, this channel, and subscribe. They got me over 200 subscribers, and I've only had this channel is brand new, guys. Like, I know I've been in the industry doing things on the website, but this channel, I literally started it at the end of September, and I feel like it's doing so well. We are at 200. I want to get to 1,000 by the start of next year, or somewhere in the first month of next year. So maybe you guys can help me out with that if you like what you're seeing. Let me know. Your feedback is welcome as well. I know a lot of you had things that you wanted to say to me. It's cool. I love the feedback. I love the going back and forth. So please, if you guys like, comment, share, make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television reviews, movie reviews, and my podcast, Critics Talk, with my team, make sure you guys check out wearecritics.com, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.